Oh, there, Aspity. Isn't this the day of the game where I had to fight somebody in the basement? Actually, I don't remember if that was the first day or the second day. You and your creepy dolls.
There's a hole under my heart.
That's called your diaphragm. Katerina's take on her. However odd, Aspity is a good person. She talks about death all the time. She asked me once why there is no Saburova tomb at the Stoneyard Cape, and when it was about to appear, and she looked so innocent. She respects me as a mistress, and that is something I cannot simply brush aside, especially since my followers abandon and betray me with each passing day. Vicky's take. Such a mysterious creature. No one knows how she came to be in the town. Unlike others, she's not in danger because she's immortal like Simon. They also say that Simon had cast off all that was evil in his heart, and the steppe provided bones for her body, and that's how Aspity was born. Right, I remember that bizarre prophecy thing that, like, never came up again. Supposed to be some bizarre, evil offshoot of Simon, which would make her a part of the personality of a character that we've never met, because we never meet Simon, so we don't know what that means necessarily. We don't know if any of it's true or if it's just crazy shit, but Sticky knows where real monsters are, so he might even know something. So this is what you look like. Haruspex, Oinen, heir to Warden Burrock, a Menku. Who are the Menku? That's an embarrassing question, isn't it? Yes, I'm the eldest kin of my kin now.
Who is she? What's her goal?
I managed to preserve your inheritance, if only by a miracle. You can take it all now. By a miracle? Why? It was almost taken away from me. The orders of those who are in power. They've still managed to snatch some papers I missed. You would have received an empty box. A pocket full of debts, of course, but today the box is heavy. There, behind your back. Did you get the key? What were they looking for? I think they wanted to check his notes, to sleuth the killer out. Do you believe that your father was also killed by the disease? They say he had a strange wound in his chest. So you know already. He did. The general consensus is that the wound was left by a Shabnak Adig. They're changing the spelling of it now? It was an Adir before, right? Probably a typo. Shabnak Adir's claw. That's how the hunt after the man-eater started. You've been told already, haven't you? A bad idea. No, it says Shabnak Adig here again. I've never seen that spelling, but it shows up consistently on the screen. What's a Shabnak Adig? A demonic creature made of clay, bones, and blood. It looks like a person stuffed with bones. The steppe belches it out from the depths when Earth needs a weapon to fulfill the original design. And who are you? I am an evil spirit. That's my origin. My name is Aspity. I'm quite harmless compared to a Shabnak. I wreak anxiety and fear, bring the strangling feeling of the times changing, but you make my heart go round. Hell of a line. Are you joking? Sometimes. Can I trust you? I'm not sure yet. What I am sure of, though, is that Fat Vlad is not to be trusted. Unlike his daughter, she will achieve greatness. Even though she was born of a foul root, her mother was wonderful. I hope she takes after her mother. But Vlad is swine. I am thankful to those who were there to help me in the hour of need.
What?
It makes me happy that you came back to us. It makes you happy? Yes and no. I see the cruel hand of fate in this. Your father died, and the next moment, enter you. Old Burrock was the person we pinned our hopes on, and the hopes and expectations he would never have lived up to. But you can. The earth has expressed its will. The kin has said its word. What do you mean by that? I'm superstitious. I can't listen to the earth like brides do, but I can listen to the kin. I know how they feel. They looked up to your father. Now they'll look up to you. That is, if they manage to survive, to learn of your existence at all, of course. Why did they love my father so much? He was an oinon, a wise man. He could tell justice from injustice, instinctively. He could feel the lines nobody even knew about. Some of them aren't even described in the tale of the daughters. Lines? You've forgotten everything, but that's fine. The things you don't remember will come to you naturally, and if they don't, then that's how it's supposed to be. You Burks aren't the center of the world. That's for sure.
What?
Tell me, how do you know to gather do you know how to gather the herbs? You won't find anything if you simply walk around looking for it. You have to know the right places. Twyre and Twyre are abundant this year, though. Inexplicable. It's just like 11 years ago, when the Cold Tower was built. Basically, you should speak to the gatherers. Who are the gatherers? A caste of sorts. Most of them are worms, although they're going extinct. They've had this internecine war of sorts recently. When people started buying their secrets from them, they resorted to killing one another. There was this short-lived trend. Everybody wanted to try smoky Twyre for a while, and some worms were tempted to allow this. Why are they called worms, anyway? Well, worms are also the children of Bodo. Just like men. They are simpler, but closer to earth, so they feel the soil better. They know the gentle words to caress the herbs. Twyre has a very distinct growth pattern, you know. Each stem has its own name and personality. You need to get to know it, nourish it, and cherish it. We're gonna find them. There are 3 worms in the town's border, not so long ago. Someone was being hunted, tried to flee the town, and they were waiting for the victim's death. I'll show you approximately where they are. You can go from there, but they don't usually stay in place for long. They travel and break camps for the night. Thank you, Aspity.
Changeling has forced the Olgimskis to stop the requisition. The wretched creature is strong.
Tell me about the infusions. They have a lot of various properties. At the moment, what you should care about is that they can serve as medicine that's no longer found in drugstores. Some of them can work as protective substances. They boost your immunity. Take a look. Some are painkillers. Some quench hunger. Some mitigate exhaustion. There's no medicine in drugstores? You can come across some drugs from time to time, but they're of poor quality. Someone's bought up the whole supply recently, and I've heard it was a single person, too. I wonder who would do something like that. The information could be of use. Fire is, of course, no medicinal herb. Earth does not serve man. Man serves Earth. Indeed.
What?
Tell me about Twyre. It transforms any substance. If you want to continue your father's practices, you'll need to stock up on herbs. Some of them are even stronger, you know. White Whip, for example. What does White Whip do? White Whip is always a mystery. It's almost impossible to find on your own, by the way. You have to talk to the gatherers about it. As for what properties it adds to an infusion, I don't remember. You need to know the recipes. A lot depends on the blade, too. Why? Each blade has its own personality. That is known. All of them are different, but the blades of each kind of herb have something in common, too. So even if you don't know how a particular blade grew, you can still risk making an infusion with it. It will have an effect. I will heed your advice.
Yes.
It makes me happy that you came back to us. I cannot share your happiness for now. Ah. My inheritance is 4 grand? That's not great. Black Twyre. Bloody Twyre. Brown Twyre. Swervy. White Whip.
Turning inside out will help.
Ah, that was startling. I've never heard someone talk exactly in my right ear like that. Herbal recipe 8?
Lies always turn out to be true.
Stop talking in my ear. It's making me uncomfortable. But get rid of the bracelet? I should keep the recipes, right? Where do these go? Brand. They probably also go in that menu, don't they? Shit. Get rid of a bottle for now.
Yes.
Stop talking to me. It's loud. It's only in one ear, which makes it really uncomfortable. Yeah, let's face you so you stop startling me. Herbal recipe 8.
Do good to enable us with
1 stem of black Twyre, add 1 stem of brown Twyre, wrap them in a stem of swery, 52 to 29. So black, brown, swery, 52 to 29. That's pretty good.
Lies always turn out to be true. Don't mess with Earth.
Herbal recipe 6, sorry. Nice and simple. 2 stems of black, 1 stem of brown, 32 to a mere 3. Also pretty good. Weaker, but negatives are also down. Brand. The steppe people use irons like this to brand their livestock.
Pins are sticking
The symbols are sometimes used to mark places, events, and even living creatures. This type of brand iron is exceedingly rare. What am I going to use the iron for? That's a curiosity. Okay. Is that me? Isn't that one the Bachelor? Is there a third one around here? Oh well. Oh, everyone's materializing around me again. They like to do that. Alright, so next stop is for us to get down to... not that direction. Whoops. They're out behind the cemetery. So we're gonna go behind the cemetery, see what we can trade our organs for, of which there's not a ton, but it's something. Get this pattern established. And maybe they can tell me how to find more. That last dialogue felt like it was kind of on the edge of implying something, but I wasn't entirely sure. Oh right, we also need to go to my place to drop off stuff, because isn't my inventory full now? Yeah. Go deal with that problem first. Then once my inventory is no longer completely full, I can try to fill it with more crap and come back again. Yay. They're talking about me not being able to find all the herbs myself. They might just be talking about vendor stuff. The ability to trade. Whoops, this is... I went here out of habit because I kept having to meet him here. But that's not his hideout. Whoops. Yeah, they talk about it being impossible to get them all myself. And they might just be talking about that I can use vendors to get more, or they might be talking about that maybe there'll be something like the plague maps, but for herbs. That'd be nice. If there's somebody that has a map they can show me. Definitely wish this was a better screen, by the way. This is not a great inventory screen, especially now. See, so much of these. There we go. Not even sure what to do with the brand ultimately, but there it is. Other tabs are fine, I believe. Yeah. Keep it going. There's a lot of confusing data, more of a chemical than a surgical nature. It seems worthwhile to consult the Bachelor. Let's hear his take on the matter would be. But I also need to get the 10 stalks of brown Twyre. Reuben's threat. Aw. The Ogimskis are covering for you. They need you for some reason. So they would never tell me where you are hiding. But I need neither formulas nor money. You are not going to escape. Reuben. Reuben, why? Every day I get threatened by someone who's going to murder me. Could you guys just not do that, please? Please? I really got quite the reputation, all to myself. And all for free. I basically didn't even have to earn it, it just kind of happened on me. Thanks. Exhaustion's getting up there. It's only noon. Shit. That's a lot of exhaustion for noon. I've got coffee. I've got that going for me. Why do your women look human, but the men don't? I'd be concerned about that. We are the worms inside Bodo's body. We gather herbs, brown Twyre, rusty Twyre, black Twyre, and bloody Twyre, and Swervy and Uhegi and the white wisp. Speak to us. Alright, gimme. It isn't that... give me some worms, some herbs, worm. It isn't that I give herbs, Bodo does. She is nourished with blood, so then gives herbs to the gathered in the steppes. Suok feeds the earth with blood. Our juices sate the herbs. Give us blood. We will give you herbs. Alright, I'll get you blood, alright. Ah, did I misclick? Where do I get blood? The usurer lives in the stone yard. He gives and he takes. Or else go to the termitary. Win yourself some blood in the circle if you're a good fighter. Alright, I'll be back soon. How do I trade with you? Oh, blood. Right, I don't have blood. I only have organs. I traded the blood. Shit. I know your smell. You smell of autumn soil and of the smoke that comes from burning leaves. And you smell of milk. Okay. Glad I came all the way out here. Shit. My goal is to get all the way to the Bachelor. It's a ways away. One of you's there and there. I could probably visit along the way. I should go back to my place. That was a mistake. In particular, I should have not left the brown Twyre there, because I need to be able to keep track of my progress towards 10. I was just dumping my inventory so I could do trading, which I can't even do because apparently he only trades for blood. I thought the other guy was willing to trade for a bunch of different organs. Maybe he was. Maybe that's the odd one that will only trade for blood. These fences. Shakes fist at fences. I don't know if his suggestion to go to the termitary is even possible. I should have checked probably. But I think the termitary gets closed up like right at the beginning of the story. But I shouldn't have access at the moment. I don't think. There, I have 3 brown. Let's keep track of that. I'll keep the rest here, because they're all crafting materials. And they belong here. Is that one? No, that's just the edge of... Ah. I thought I was seeing them. I'm like, oh, I can pick that up. It's the sweary 45 item or whatever it's called. Swervy derby. But nope. There's just a whole area where everything looks like that. Like if that plant is in there anywhere, I don't know how you'd ever find it. But it might not be in there. Find myself wondering why all that stuff looks exactly like it. But apparently isn't it? Not sure if I should expect to get anything from you. I think we may have technically already traded today. Oh, there does appear to be 2 of you. What do you want? What's it? Wait, here comes a warden. He who knows the lines. Do me a favor, warden. I'll pay you back in kind. Oh, you're rhyming. What do you want? I'm a gatherer. And I am an oinen. I am known for my wisdom. And I have the knowledge of herb conjunctions. My daughter is a bride. She knows how to summon herbs from the earth. She does it well, too. Just look at how generous a summer we had. I've sold my daughter at a good price. I sold her to a wife to this gatherer. What price did you sell her for? He is a hero. He has dealt with the traitors, with the apostates. He has returned them to the earth, the people who have been selling my secrets to outsiders. But my daughter didn't come to his house as a wife. She didn't want to bring him riches. She doesn't want to summon herbs for him. What do you want from me? We have 3 young ones. 3 gatherers. She ran off for one of them. One is to the right, across the gullet. One to the left, across the guzzle. If you find her, if you make her obey my word, I will reward you. I will share the secret of herbs, too, if you insist. God damn it, that's where I just was. So she doesn't listen to you, but will listen to me? You are a warden. You know the lines. Tell her that this is where her line of fortune lies. She will listen. Okay, I'll speak to her then. God damn it, I was just there. Alright. Give us some herbs. Yeah, you'll trade with me. Alright, so brown is 12. How much can I go with that? 5. Progress. One of you was worth 4, I think. Yeah, take that one out. There we go. That's progress. I'm at 9 now. I just need one more, which I could probably find by hand, perhaps. I picked something up. I think I picked something else here up earlier. Probably not back. I kept playing the bell over and over again, which is interesting. Can I just cross here? Certainly saves me time. Also might give me a chance to spot a plant or something. If I'm going back, I guess, but I might as well get to the bachelor first. Swear to God, though, the number of times that this game has sent me right back to a place I was just at, I'm like, alright. Alright. We'll remake that pilgrimage again. Might as well check with this other guy. He's like right up here. See if he's got something for me. See if he offers different wares or something. I think this might be the one they were calling the Oblivious one, because he's right next to Civilization. I'm not sure. Was that a white thing? White wisp? Oh, it is shit. White whip. That's the good one. Ooh, you sell white whip for 15. And swervy for 20. So you don't sell the ingredients I need to make the potion in the first place, like work, but you sell the stuff that makes it better and makes it not have negative consequences. I imagine they might be consistent of who sells what between the 3 of them. We'll see. Unlike other vendors, they sell a lot of each thing too. I wonder if it runs out if you buy it all. Like if you buy it all and then you're screwed for the rest of the playthrough, or if it replenishes every day and they just are ready for the idea that you might need to buy a lot over the course of the game. Because the stock that they have is crazy. I can't get through here, can I? I've never been behind this before. I might have been behind there before. Some time ago. Bachelor, let me in. Open your back door. I'm like behind the settlement. There has to be like a way in, right? Okay, I'm like, it can't be a continuous fence forever, can it? They wouldn't do that to me, would they? They would. They could and they would and they did. Maybe I should be trading for bullets more than I have been. Just because then the hooks and whatnot get out of my inventory and be replaced by something that will permanently hang out in my weapon slot where I have a lot more space. Oh, I don't even have bottles. Don't even got bottles to trade. I guess no one has medicine yet because there's no disease yet. Or they're not as aware of it yet, I mean. Shotgun shells, rifle ammo. Not the best choices, are they? Let's just nab one up for now. Bachelor. It seems to... after running around as you so constantly, it's weird to have this
Truth does not
almost like an implication you just stand around.
The appearance of truth does evil. From now on, everyone will have to stay in. That's for sure.
So, did you find any notes inside? I did. May I have a look? You may. So? Curious. So Isidore Burke relied on some sort of natural agents. He abstracted the working components from them somehow, I guess. Or even used those agents to obtain serum from blood. Damned if I know. So do you have a plan? I thought there would be more... Never mind. Try to figure out how those formulas work. They might be of some use to us. I do believe you and I will produce better results if we turn this into a collaborative project. Next. I've heard that you're being supported by the Ogimskis, is that correct? Yes, that is true. The father is obviously too busy right now, but the son seems to be a reasonable young man. Ask him if there's any equipment in town that could be used to make these mixtures. He is likely to know where we get a distiller of some sort. That's a sound piece of advice. If you learn how to synthesize these reagents, or at least get a sample, bring it to me, please. I'll try to examine it and find out how it can be used, if at all. Deal. Yeah, we're looping back around now. He wants one of these, basically? I believe?
Yes.
We're in a tough spot, wouldn't you agree? I've managed to get a sample of one of the infusions. Have a look. Is it in any way useful? Cutscene? I'm like taken aback by the existence of a cutscene. What? Who's talking? Is that me? Is that the Haruspex talking to himself in the background?
Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
So, what is it? Just as I thought. A natural agent. I'm beginning to work on getting a sample of the microbial culture from dead tissue tomorrow. I could also see how the tissue would react to the solution. Perhaps it can be used to fractionate blood. If it can, we may find a way to cure even a terminal patient. Why do that? Why fractionate blood? Come on. That's how you make a simple serum. You extract the bacterial culture, then inject it into a bull's or horse's body. Then we extract the beast's blood from the antibodies that have already been produced by its immune system. We fractionate it too, purify it. Then it may be injected into a human body. The original serum can theoretically be obtained by trial and error. Seems like this panacea is going to become crucial to my success. If we had tissue treating equipment and a distiller to help process the herbs, we could try different components. We'd get what we were looking for sooner or later. That's not as big of an issue as it seems. Consider me having everything we needed. Oh? Then get down to experiments, Burke. Study the recipes, make infusions, and treat organ specimens with them. In the end, you should obtain something resembling antibiotics. Bring your samples here. We'll check their effects. Come back when you have the first sample. I'll start working on dead tissues. Trial and error. That's no way to make a panacea. What do you suggest, then? I'm not a bachelor of savage arts. I'm only taking this seriously due to being scientifically open-minded. A. Make a couple of effective infusions. B. Treat several different organ specimens with them. C. Study the effects. You think any infusion will do? They're all different, very different. How should I know? Aren't you supposed to be the expert on this? Not all of them are equally effective, I suppose. Stick to the best and go from there. I just don't understand how a protective solution can help produce an antibiotic. I don't think these are regular protective solutions. I haven't studied your infusions in detail yet. That's most likely impossible under current circumstances anyway. I'm drawing my theories from what I know about your father's actions. He was successful in using these potions variously. I do believe he somehow managed to make a serum, so follow his steps. That's what I would do. And that's what I'm going to do. Best of luck to you, Oinen. Thank you for the advice. Is it over yet or no? It is. And so I came into my father's inheritance, as was to be expected. There was a debt inside, along with the key to its repayment. The recipes of Twyre decoctions, the diaries that will surely take days to read through. We're working on Browd Twyre and this wife. So despite the call to action, I think we are done with him today. For a second there, I'm like, oh crap, do I have to run all the way back to the previous location, grab the gruel, I guess, that I made, and then give it back to, and then bring it to him so we can test it? I was worried. Okay, cool, he didn't use my drug. I'm like, that was a good copy of a Twyre extract. I didn't want him to take it from me. But, you know, story was happening. Alright, so find a brown sample and also go to there. Basically. Shit. That's a long walk. That is a long walk, and I have no idea where I'm going to get the sample I need. I need one more. Searching blindly cannot be a reasonable approach, really. But here I am. I'm back. Exhaustion meter is accurate. I've come to speak to you, bride. You were sent by my father. I know you were. Don't rip me away from my sweetheart. Tell father that you couldn't find me. I'll shower you with herbs for that. I'll give you many different ones. I know how to lure them. Do you know how to brew them? No, my father does. But he knows very few recipes, only the simplest ones. He won't tell you anyway. Don't expect him to share his knowledge with you. Okay, have it your way. Ooh. That's good shit. 3 more white whip and 3 more svervi. Those are hard to get. But no brown! You don't have no brown for me. I need brown. And you won't trade with me because you need blood? You'll only trade blood. I just need 1 brown. Where are you guys hiding them? Ah. Aha. I have maximum brown. Yes. I knew that if I just ran around for a bit, I'd find something. What's up here? Is this the worm ritual where they give back to the earth the blood? Maybe. That might be where they take all the organs that they're constantly trading for plants. They might sacrifice them to give them back to the earth, or whatever they're going for. Hi. Where the fuck did you come from?
The caprice of our temper is even more whimsical than that of fortune.
I'm getting a little tripped up about how, like, characters are teleporting around and moving in Haruspex's campaign. Like, that guy's not normally there, she's not normally here. Vlad, little young Vlad showed up in my lab, and I'm like, everyone's moving around. How's this happening? It's normal for a video game to do that, but I feel like so many people just were so stationary the entirety of the Bachelor campaign. You must be an outsider, aren't you, man of the kin? Haven't seen you here before. Are girls with good backgrounds really supposed to visit places like this? Doesn't matter. I've noticed you were headed for the architects. Are you the man they asked to gather rare herbs for them before they hit the road? Yes? What are you, an Odong? How did you manage to avoid the massacre then? I thought all of you were killed by the zealots 3 days ago, and the rest were locked up in the termitary yesterday. I come from a Menku family. Hush. Quiet. Listen to me, Olgoy. Oh my god, there's so many words that I don't know what they mean. The architects are planning to leave our town. I want them to stay. Tell Andre you've managed to discover the secrets of old Isidore's brews. They're quite sought after now, rumor has it. Saburov has seized Isidore's belongings. I was promised money for this, actually. I'll give you one of the recipes if Andre demands proof. It costs a fortune, but I'm prepared to go to great expenses for a deal like this. I'll also reimburse any lost profits to you, of course. You must be aware that I come from a rather wealthy family, well? Deal? We have more choices in these quests too, don't we? Alright, I'll try. Huh. I struggle to imagine that he will refuse to leave the place because of some wretched herb. No harm in trying, though. 2 quests related to 1 choice. Just like before, actually, with the boy you could kill. Reoccurring thing.
Dancing. The curtain falls. Why are you standing there like a dummy?
It's rude. Why are you so self-assured, architect? Because I have the will to kill. It is easy for me to take the life of a living being. Living beings can feel that, and fear paralyzes them before I even strike. Will is not enough, you have to have skill as well. Well, there's a will, there's a way, and I know how ways are supposed to work, be it archways or ways of taking lives. I've got a knack for it. It's an artist thing. Is that so? It's hard to find a way in the steppe. It depends. And if I can't find a way, I can always make one. Perhaps they won't die. But they'll serve me just fine. You don't know anything about the steppe. And that's the end of that talk, apparently.
Eva is scared witless. And how's my Maria? Does she remember my little brother?
Flex away. So, step man, shall we do some muscle flexing? Flex away. I prefer watching the lady dancers. Okay.
There's nothing to talk about.
Do you buy Twyre? How do you know? I can see it in your eyes. How much? It isn't only Twyre. Swervy, of course, is rare this season. Well, let's trade. Does he sell it or buy it? He buys it. For garbage price? Double price for Swervy and White Whip. So you can trade money. Okay. I'm sorry, you can trade herbs for bullets. Interesting. For really minor prices overall. It's an alternative. So this is how you buy bullets with your herbs if you're not gathering stuff to trade with the little girls, because that's my inventory is so dominated by herbs and stuff that this is potentially valid. I don't even want to trade the stuff I don't want though. What was the one that got bad results? I don't have it on me, do I? The blood Twyre kind of seemed like it might be crap. So I wonder if blood Twyre is good to trade for bullets. Since it seems to it'll probably have equal value. My black brown was the best combo I got so far. But with this stuff. Really just everything combined equals good.
This changeling is absolving villains and criminals. We'll get along just fine.
I've got news for you, builder. It has to do with the recipes. I'm not a builder. I'm an architect. The old are the new ones. The new. I found something in my father's inheritance. So, are you saying you're planning to brew new types of Twyre? Very likely. Well, it's not worth staying then. Oh, well, it's worth staying then. At least we'll see if you manage anything. I'll manage all right. The question is if you'll like it.
We fear everything, old boy, as mortals do, and desire everything as if we were immortal. There's nothing to talk about.
Lex away.
Yes.
The architects are staying. You are wise, old boy. Here is the money I promised, and the recipe that Isidore Burke had prepared for Simon. He did it before going off into the steppe. Why are you giving me that look? Do you know who Isidore Burke is? This recipe is worth 5 years of your life, old boy. Isidore Burke is my father. There's no response to that? It just ends?
Great souls are not those who have fewer passions and more virtues than the common, but those only who have greater designs.
What else could hold a creative person here? Twyre. Nothing else. Twyre can hold anyone. Do I still have the herbs? I do. Huh. On one hand, I just made 5,000 gold, or coins or whatever, without having to spend 10 herbs that I spent time getting. On the other hand, though, now I've got a weird imbalance in my inventory. Yeah, I can't exactly buy more coffee. Well, I didn't know she was there. If I knew that was gonna happen, I wouldn't have done that. I would have bought a more balanced variety of herbs at least. That's not the best outcome. Do I have no quests left? No. The fuck do I do now? What time is it? 4 p.m., 5 p.m.-ish? This is a weird feeling. It's so early in the day, I've had no struggle. I've even redoubled my path a few times in a sloppy sort of way. And yet I have, It's odd. I've doubled back, I've wasted my time, I've had an inefficient path, but as far as I can tell, I've done every quest to the point where there's a bunch of hours left in the day, and I don't know what to do with them. I guess I'll sleep. Yeah. I can go home, I can sleep until the sun goes down, and then I can spend all night hunting people and trying to stock up. Which I'm kind of debating a little bit on whether to show that stuff long term. It might be best just to skip forward to the morning, and you guys, when I'm like, hey guys, I'm going off to go see the play, and you'll just see in my inventory I have a bunch of stuff all of a sudden. Because, if I play it out in real time, the span of, like, say, I don't know. I suppose the moment it becomes midnight, I can then watch the play and then continue on, although I often don't get quests until like 6 a.m. There might be an 8-hour period where I don't have anything to do on some days besides run around and kill things, like kill the bad guys, sell their organs, get more herbs, brew cures, and so on. If I'm experimenting with recipes, it'd show that, I think. But, like, going in real time, one half-an-hour video is 6 hours happening in real time in this game. So If I do 6 hours of grinding, that's an entire video that's just me killing random bandits over and over again and harvesting them, and then maybe trading their stuff with no story happening potentially. We'll see. This game has a tendency to surprise me with its story content when I often think that there won't be so much of it. Herbal recipe number 5. 1 stem of brown Twyre, add 2 stems of swervy seal, and a stem of white whip. 80 to 7.5. 2 brown, swervy white. 2 brown, swervy. You count mass wheel on this? White. Give that one a go. That seems like a really good one. 2 brown, swervy white. 80 to -15. That's a really strong one. So yeah, let's follow the recipes. No experimenting, if I can avoid it, because the recipes give me really good information. 2 brown, swervy white. Just take all of that. Let's stock up on some good shit. It's a good recipe. Make a new save before I spend everything, and then find out afterwards that there's major reasons not to do that. 2 brown, swervy right. Yep. I mean, if I can make something that strong, that gives me 80% immunity and loses like no health, why even bother with either black or bloody? Just max out, just spam brown constantly. I seem to have been rewarded for my mistake of getting way too much brown. Oh, they even stack. Oh, that's great. If I make the same recipe over and over again, they stack in 1 slot. That's even better news. That's a distressingly powerful one.